here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown, Washington!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Buffalo 18!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Come on. Hey. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's Walker.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
19 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Trap 50. Trap 50. Hey.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Commanders 14, Seahawks 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
18 Cardinals. Warriors 17.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Check smash. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Through one quarter, 14-7.
Let's go now.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
19 tight.
They'll set up to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
There he goes again.
Touchdown, Washington.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
To the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22, Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Are things looking much rosier for him here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Rolling to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
19 right.
He'll look to throw. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 646.
Now Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it. Hit the 15. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Cougar 19. 19. Warriors 17.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now on second and 13, Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Back and 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
18, pioneer.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 34.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Ready?
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Drop 60, drop 60.
They're going to look to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Rodgers. He gets it complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Rodgers now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Here's Tressway now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And a first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Sly able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Kept this this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Seahawks take over a first down at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Guys, ready? 18 ready. 18 ready. Drop 50. Drop 50. Nothing 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
CD for the losing side. They had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway. Once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Commanders,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hit switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast